Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am so glad you joined me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Joyce McTeer, and I am the owner and operator of LaJoy Truck Creation Designs. I'm coming to you all today, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, with a how to make DIY. I want to show you all how you can bring a different look to your gemstones or Seaglass pendants, okay? Now, what I want to tell you all is that this is a technique that you are going to have to practice. You're going to have to do it over and over again until you get the effect that you want. But you will get the look because I'm going to show you how to make and create it. Now, go to the dollar store if you have a dollar store near you and get yourself some Seaglass. Practice doing this technique on Seaglass because that way you can make your desired pendant. Each and every one of these that I have created, I did with the twisted wire effect. Okay, and I have 3 of these. All right. And every time you do a piece, it's going to give your piece something different, okay? Something different and unique. And so let's get right on into it. So basically, all you're going to need is some wire. So my suggestion to when you're doing a pendant is use some 20 gauge wire. Some people use 22 and 24. 22 and 24 is not it's too soft for me, for my hands. So I choose to use 20 gauge wire. Now you can get, this is 20 gauge brass wire. You can get wire, if you're doing copper, they do have copper wire in 18. I'm sure they have it in 20 gauge, but they do have it in 18 gauge. Copper wire in 18 gauge on down, okay? You can get copper wire in 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 14 gauge, any gauge. But in order for you to have the look that I'm showing you all how that you can make, use some 20 gauge wire because it'll be so much easier on your fingers and your hands, okay? This is going to require a lot of twisting. So you're going to do a lot of twisting. I use 2 pieces of my wire, and I don't do any measurements because I never know how much I am truly going to need. So I cut me a piece, and then I cut me another piece. And all you're going to need is your choice of Seaglass or pendant or whatever you are going to be using to make your pendant, okay? Now I do have my round nose pliers and I do have my wire cutters, and you are also going to need a dowel. Now the dowel I use at the very end because I use the dowel to make my shape so I can twist it so my circle can be pretty much like a perfect circle, okay? So excuse me, y'all. With that being said, we're going to go right on in and get right on into this, okay? Now, like I said, you can do this technique using Seaglass, gems, whatever you have, you can do this technique. So you want to bring both of your pieces together, just like this. You want to take your flat, you need a pair of flat nose pliers to do this. So these are 3-in-1. So in between, as you can see, that's flat. Okay, right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 pieces. I'm going to take the flat part of my round nose pliers, hold it over, and then I'm going to start twisting it, okay? You're going to start twisting it together, just like this. And you want to twist it as, you know, as many times as you see fit. Each shape that you do, every time you do a pendant, depending on the shape, it may require you to make to use less wire, to use more wire. It just all depends. But I like for my wire to have like an abstract look, so you don't have to make the twist perfect. Okay, so you just want to, like I said, twist it. Now what you can do, there are two ways of doing this. You can twist it and make your adjustments as you go along, or you can twist it completely and then try to put it on, try to fix it and shape it to your piece that you're going to be using. Okay, I choose to do mine as I go along, so I'll twist it in the beginning and then I will go ahead and start putting it on my piece. Now, as you can see, this piece has many edges and all that stuff. So sometimes some of these pieces will be a challenge for you, believe it or not. Every time you wrap a piece of a gemstone or Seaglass, it will be a challenge, okay? So be up for the challenge. So basically, I twisted my wire, and then I'm going to take my piece. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to be a really good fit for me, as far as whether I want to wrap it start on my side, whether I want to start to the back of my gem, to the front of my gem, however you choose to do it, okay? So basically what I'm going to do is I am going to start right here, because I want this to be the front part of my gem. So I'm going to take my piece and place it over like this, and then I'm going to take and open this up, these two pieces up like this, and I'm going to bring these two pieces. Now you could do this one or two ways. You can continue to twist and come up and meet this part, but I want to give mine just a little design. So I'm going to hold this. Now this is going to require you to hold it and wrap and all that stuff at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to hold these two pieces together, bringing them together like this from the back. And then I'm going to start twisting it. Now I'm going to start twisting it. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to start twisting just like this. Okay. Now, as you can see how I have my piece down in there. Okay, y'all see that? And now I'm going to start, like I said, twisting it. Now you can do this simple, or you can, it's so many ways that you can do this. All right, continue to twist it. Now, as you can see, now I'm going to bring this piece up like this. Okay. Now, basically what I can do is, this is already down in there. And what I could do is, if you don't want to, when you have a piece like this, you don't have to keep wrapping it. You can just actually bring these two pieces up and wrap them together. But what I'm going to do, like I said, I want a design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to twist it. And I push that piece up. So now that piece is going up from the back. And I'm going to just continue to twist. It's a lot of wire, But you want to make sure you have enough wire, because one of the worst things you can do is start creating and making something, and then you don't have enough wire. Because I have ran out of wire before, y'all, making and creating things. Okay, ran out of wire. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, make sure my piece is in there. I am going to come down, okay, like that. Came down, and I am going to bring my piece up, but then I'm going to start twisting it again. So I'm going to start twisting it again. Now everything doesn't necessarily, you don't have to twist like your whole piece. You can do it, you can make these and open it up and all that good stuff. Like you can do it single, that's it, that's if you choose to. But this is going to give your piece a different look. Okay, something different, something unique. All right. So we have that. So I twisted that down. So I'm gonna come back up again, right here. Okay, and this is what we have so far. Twist it, twist it. Okay. Now basically what I'm going to do, now I'm gonna go ahead and stop. So I'm gonna bring my two pieces together, just like this, and I'm going to twist them together, just like this. Okay, I'm gonna snip the shorter piece off. So I'm gonna take my wire cutters and snip this off like that. I'm gonna take my round nose pliers and come in and just squeeze that in as much as I can. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to twist this. So I'm going to continue to twist it. And I'm getting ready to stop so I can show y'all exactly what I have and what it looks like. So this is pretty much what I have so far. And as you can see, this wire really gives the piece something really beautiful. Even though it's simple, it gives us something really beautiful. So I'm going to continue to wrap it. All right. Here we go. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and you want to take your wire and you want to squeeze it and give it some tension like this. Okay, and that's going to give your piece another design. Okay, and you can come around the you can do it from from both sides. It's going to hold it in place whichever way you decide to turn it. You just take the tail end and you just go in. Oh, sorry, y'all. Okay, and you just do that. Okay. And this is what you're going to have. And the very last thing that you want to do for this piece is you want to make your loop. So you can find these dowels. This one I got from the Dollar Tree. These two, this one I got from the paintbrushes. You can, those paintbrushes, you can use those dowels to do many different things with. And then I'm just going to take my dowel, and depending on what size hole you want, I'm going to take, and I think I'm going to go with this size. Take and bend it over to make my loop. Okay, and then I'm just going to start wrapping it around just like this. Okay, let's straighten this up right here. See my loop? And I'm just gonna, like I said, start wrapping it. Now what you can do, you can if you wanted to, you could take these two pieces here, and you could just start like going crazy with it. But I want it to be like this. This is what I want right here. It's down in there, it's not going anywhere, and it's secure. And all you got to do in order for you, when you want to finish it, you just finish wrapping it around. Then you take your pliers, you snip it, and then you tuck it. So you want to take the pieces that you snipped, and you want to tuck it down behind your piece. So try to tuck it and get it down in there as much as you can. But then here you have your piece, and you can turn this to the side if you need be, so that your cord can go through. Or if you're making a necklace, you can continue to keep it straight. It just depends. It depends on how you want to use it. And then you have your twisted wire effect pendant. And like I said, you can do this in many different colors. You can, like I said, you can use Seaglass. You can use regular gemstones to achieve this look. But this is something different, and it's unique, and it'll add a different touch to your piece, okay? So with that being said, I want to take the time to say thank you all. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you all who have decided to be on this here journey with me. And until the next one, go make plenty, y'all. Peace and blessings. And then you can also use some leather cord, or you can make, there's so many different things you can do with these. Until the next one, peace and blessings. See ya.